everybody, this is Sherry with CPR, Craft, Pray, Repeat, and I'm back with the second week of my December daily. And again, I will take the pages out of the plastic sleeves, but I wanted to show you how I put my numbers in. Now, these are the Flair things that I told you I was getting from Mama's Treasures. I'm trying to get you in there so you can see better. And this is what I use to attach them with. Now, I am telling you, these things are not going anywhere, okay? And I wanted to show you because I didn't put it on the paper. I attached it to the sleeve. And my plan is for next year, every year I learn something new about what I like and what I don't like. And next year my plan is to get these ahead of time and then just put the numbers in order for my December daily. That way I've got that part taken care of. And at first I was worried that they might come off, and I had to try to remove one because I decided to switch a couple things around. And I yanked and I pulled and I yanked and pulled some more. And I must have spent 15 minutes trying to get that thing off. And finally got it off and then realized I didn't need to take it off. All I needed to do was take the thing that was on the inside out and put a different one on. So I'm just amazed at my own stupidity. So I went ahead and used another glue dot and put it back on. But I can assure you, they're not going anywhere, which is one thing that I really like. Because then I can go ahead and number my pages early. And let me go ahead and take these out. I wanted to show you my numbering system because I really do love that. And it puts just enough bulk between each page. And I've put them all in different spots. See, here's the next one is, well, for number 10 is over here. Number 9, it's in the middle of the page. So, I mean, they're all in different spots on the pages. No two are lining exactly up. So it puts just enough lift between my pages that I don't have to worry if I want to add some things that are dimensional or not. And so I really like that. So that is one of the things that I've learned, that I'm going to go ahead and number my pages in advance next year and number my sleeves, and that way I have that part done. And I will be back in a minute and I will tell you what else I've learned. Alright guys, this is page number 8, and this is a die from Cottage Cuts that I did during the Cottage Cuts hop. And I put some extra pine in it that wasn't in the actual, well, it's the pine that was in it, but I added more of it. So I made it nice and big and full, so it took up that corner. And this is Danae heading back to the post office again. And that's her dog, Lily, who was like going, "I'm so cute, you know you want to take me with you." Because Lily gets so upset when Danae leaves and doesn't take her, because if Danae has to go and house set, this dog like goes into mourning when Danae is gone for an extended period of time, and she just goes and she'll sit on Danae's bed, and she gets up, she eats a little, she goes and does her potty business, and then goes back to the bed, and she just, poor doggy. Poor doggy. But she loves Danae. And she was like, "It's cool. I can sit in the car. You can take me." She's trying to sweet talk Danae into taking her. And again, I mailed out some more packages. I decided that it was worth the risk to my life. Because, like I said, Danae was threatening me with bodily harm. She was so sick of the post office. But, so this is day 8. Now, here is day 9. And this was the first print and cut that I had ever used. And here's Danae and Jessie. They're making some Mariah's favorite cookies, which are pretzel cookies. And then here's the wreath I actually finally finished. I was like, woohoo, look at me. And here's my husband. You know, I feel so bad for them because I'm in my wheelchair, so I'm always shooting up at an angle, so it's never a very flattering angle, should we say. You know, we'll say that, leave it at that, and y'all can, you know, figure out what that means all on your own. I'm not going to tell you that I make my family look fat in every photo, because that would not be nice. It's just an unflattering angle. We're going to go with that. And it is so hard to get an actual smile from my husband when you say smile. So, I mean, and I don't know what I said, but he laughed, and when he laughed, I took the opportunity and snagged a picture real quick, because I hate that fake smile of his. It drives me crazy. So, this is day 9, and again, this is my first print and cut that I had ever used. I was really tickled with it. Alright, here's day 10, and another SVG file. I got the snowflake buttons right here. Put one there and one right there from Mama's Treasures, and I will link them below. And this was my kids thought it was snow. Bless their heart. You know, they're Florida. Jessie and Mariah are Florida babies. They didn't know. But actually, it was just so cold that it was frost, and everybody else was getting snow in the world but us. And so it was frost, and Jessie was so excited because he thought it was snow. As a matter of fact, him and Mariah were so tickled, they woke Danae up at 4 in the morning so she could see the snow with them. And I was like, you know, she's seen snow. She wasn't as impressed as they were, let me tell you. And then that night, we went to see a live nativity, and it was done in a cave down here in Florida. And this family puts it on. They have this big farm. They had 5 flatbed trailers, huge trailers, and they had bales of hay for everybody to sit on, and they would take you out to where it was going to be. Now, they took me and a couple other ladies in a smaller trailer because of our wheelchairs, and pulled us directly out to where it was, but the big trailers were too big, so they had to park them and everybody had to walk in. And because of where I was, I couldn't really get close enough, but it irritated me that I couldn't. But there's some beautiful pictures there of Mary and Joseph. There's another one here of Mary and Joseph. And then at the beginning, they had the Roman soldiers, and everybody was given a penny. And that's how they keep track of how many people came through that night. And you had to pay your dues, you pay your taxes. And so the Roman soldiers came up and had a bucket, and you had to put your penny in it. And, well, Jessie saw Roman soldiers last year at a different Christmas nativity thing, and he got so upset, and he ran up to the guy and he said, "I don't like you. You killed Jesus. I don't like you." And so the minute I got there first, and so I immediately grabbed my phone and said, "Danae, you know, grab a hold of your little brother and explain to him that this is not a real Roman soldier, that this is a man playing a part, that he was not the man who killed and crucified Jesus." And so she's trying to tell him, and Jessie's going, "I still don't like him. I don't like him." Jessie was having no part of it. Mariah was so afraid she curled into a tiny little ball, and she wouldn't look up until they were gone. I was like, oh my golly. I had this fear that if we didn't get a hold of Jessie, he was going to, like, you know, try to beat the tar out of this man. And I don't know what I would have done. But Jessie, all he did was say, "I don't like them. I still don't like them." And But he handled it pretty good after that. And Danae did really good explaining to him that the guy was only an actor here. He was not the man who actually crucified Jesus. But it was so neat how the family put this together, and it was a family. And so they called all of their relatives. Everybody had a part, and I like how they kept track of how they knew how many people were there by, collecting the taxes. And so it was really amazing. And they had a beautiful message. They had a lady who sang, or a lady and a man who sang some songs with us while we were there, and then we closed in prayer, and it was just incredible. And that was the last night. They do it for two weekends, the first 2 weekends of December, and this was the last weekend that we went. It was the last day. And the guy said that was more that they had than they've had any night so far. So, it's the people like this that give of their heart that are going to be the ones that touch other people's lives. And, that they can see that there's something in these people that they're willing to give and sacrifice of their time and of the things that they have so that they can tell others about the Lord. Those are the ones that have the light that somebody's going to see and want in their life. And it's just amazing to me. But so this was what we did for that night. Okay, 8, 9, 10. Here's day 11. Look at that. She found her chocolate pretzels. We had to take, I didn't know this. It said, just to bring a dessert that night of the nativity. Well, I had no idea that afterwards these people had chili and potato soup, and it was so cold I was freezing my buns off. It was like 38 degrees here in Florida. I do not have winter clothes, people. I live in Florida. So there's a reason I don't have winter clothes. I nearly froze to death. And so when I realized we had to take a dessert and I didn't have anything made, and I was like, well, a little bit of warning, Royce, would have been good. I went ahead and pulled out the cookies. And that's what I sent, was the cookies. Well, she found them in the middle of the night. Look at that face. And I got up in the morning and there she was, just as happy as she could be. Woohoo, look at her. She'd got her favorite Christmas cookies already. And so I went and I made this SVG right here. And this is the bow that I used from Mama's Treasures. And what I love the way it looked. We wanted her to be a little girl bear, Mariah did. So we gave her the bow in her hair. I'm thinking I can trim this part here off, the little tails, and maybe actually use it as a bow tie for another page. So I really like it, and I like that it's so flat. I've got dimensionals under here, but it's flat, so it's really perfect for doing your December daily. And then I decided I wanted polka dots on my stuff, so I'm the one that put all the white little polka dots that you see on it. And so it was fun. And I know she should have been in trouble, but oh well, it's Christmas and we only live once. And so if that's the worst she does in life is sneak a couple chocolate cookies, I'm doing good. Alright, so the next page is the day that my stuff came from Rebecca. This is day 12. And this is the stuff that was in my December daily. This is the stuff that was in my kit to use this month, my design team kit to use this month for whatever I wanted. And you can see my numbers, so I immediately put them into my December daily. I went and just made a little topper for a package I was giving away, and that's what that is right there. And he turned out real cute. And you know, there wasn't a whole lot going on that day. As a matter of fact, it was a really rough day. I was in extreme pain, and so it really made my day to get that. It made me happy and kind of took my mind off the pain for a little bit, and gave me, you know, God gave me the opportunity to do this for a gift for someone, and again took my mind off of the pain I was in, and because it was a rough day. Alright, we're going to go to day 13. If I can get a hold of it. And this is day 13. And Jesse works on Monday, well, he volunteers at the police station on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. So today was Wednesday. And Danae was gone. And it was just the three of us. And these two think it's just the funnest thing when they act like we have a party. We're having a party. And so what I did was I ordered some Pizza Hut, and we picked out a movie to watch, which was The Grinch. And we were going to watch this Grinch, but then they changed their mind and they wanted that Grinch. But we watched The Grinch nonetheless. And so here's the kids in front of the Christmas tree. Here's what we were eating. We had 2 pizzas and some pasta and drinks and all of that. And we sat there at the table, and the three of us had our lunch, and we just sat there and watched the movie together. And so I did this layout, and this is a Crafty Nook SVG file. And again, like I said in my last video, I don't think her files are up anymore. And I hate that because she has some really amazing files like this one. And but that was, you know, day 13 of the December daily. And then day 14 was this. And I had really hadn't done anything that day. The kids weren't feeling well. I wasn't feeling well. So we just kind of laid back, took it easy. And I got a package in the mail from my friend Lisa. And I was like, what is this? And here she and I were talking, and I was telling her I wanted some blue embossing powder for a background that I was going to try to make. And then that I had ordered liquid applique, but the people sent me a paint pen instead. So what'd she do but send me blue? She's so sweet. She, you know, sends me 2 different colors of blue embossing powder, and liquid applique, and a snow marker. I mean, I told her, I said, I can't tell her anything. She's like, if you say you like it, she goes and gets it for me. She's too kind. And another SVG file from my scrap chick, and that is pretty much it. That's day 14. And so it was kind of a quiet week, and we didn't do a whole lot of anything too fancy, but we had fun. Oh, I didn't even put any glue on there. Oh, that could be why his little ball's not sticking. But I again wanted to show you the bow for that, because I think that is adorable and just absolutely perfect for adding little bows to characters, especially if you're going to do them big like this for a December daily. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect. And I don't know what I'm going to do with her. That face, I'm telling you. Then our nativity. Then Mariah, or Danae and Jesse making the cookies that Mariah ate. Now we don't have any more of. We had 2 bags. We took the one giant bag with us that night to the nativity, and then Mariah finished off the other one. So we have none of those for Christmas already. And then there's the honest to goodness last time I am forcing my daughter to go to the post office for me. And so that's it for the December daily. I showed you my numbers, and I showed you the little snowflakes that I got from Mama's Treasures. I love these. I mean, they're nice and sturdy, and I really think that I just love them. I love the things that I've gotten from her that I'm able to incorporate into Christmas and into my album, because I made a post about it. You know, like I told you, I posted the day I got it, and it's just something that I'll remember, that she was kind enough to ask me to do this, and that the things that I used in my book that year are from her. And it'll mean a lot to me next year when I read it, and the year after that, and the year after that. So these are the things that I use from Mama's Treasures, and this is week 2 of my December daily. All right, guys, remember to practice your CPR, craft, pray, repeat, and behave yourselves, because Santa's watching. All of you out there, Santa's watching. And he knows that you did what I did yesterday and went to the store and spent more money than you wasn't supposed to. So, with that in mind, behave yourselves. Practice your CPR, craft, pray, repeat, and Merry Christmas, everybody. Bye.